Welcome back to Spectrum of the Arts. Encouraged by district leaders to create a Summer Bridge interdisciplinary unit program for incoming freshmen, Boca Ciega High School art teacher Kevin Olis came up with an exciting project to get everybody's attention. There was a lot of new involved in this operation. Each new finding during the research brought new life to the needs to be explored when undertaking a venture of this magnitude. However, there are other facets of this endeavor that may not be as apparent.
We wanted something that was more than interdisciplinary, but something that acclimated the students to the high school and something that additionally encouraged them to love learning again. So we created a community project with a massive underwater transit system for Tampa Bay. When considering what we could do as a community, we looked at the community of Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, and Pinellas County. And what we saw was enormous population growth. When we looked, Tampa Bay was the 25th largest city in the country, but yet it was the 4th fastest growing city in the country, which meant we are in line for enormous population growth. It's currently growing. Pinellas County is currently growing at a pace of 70,000 people a year. So to help alleviate and accommodate a lot of the traffic congestion for these growing individual cities, we decided to create an underwater massive transit system within the bay. Much like the channel that connects Paris, France to England, it's going to be solely underwater. Because the land itself around Tampa is very expensive land, it's also built on a giant swamp. So there's sinkholes that could be opening up. So just building an above ground massive transit had limited options. Upon our research of Tampa Bay, we came to understand that the bay itself is only 17.5 feet deep at its deepest point. Additionally, it is a major port for shipments coming in and out of West Central Florida. So we needed to create a tunnel system that was deeper under that water and then would come up and surface. And that way we're not affecting any of the skyline and we're not affecting any of the wildlife that lives within the bay. The beautiful thing about this interdisciplinary project is that it was ill-structured and it involved cooperative grouping as well. By ill-structured, I mean we didn't know what we were going to research, how we were going to encompass and build this project or where it was going to go. And the project kept growing every day that we came in. By ill-structured, the students chose to do research the boring of tunnels underground, or one researched building lobbies for train stations. So we all took on different research projects and then applied our knowledge to the actual construction of the model.
The first underwater train was built between 1825 to 1843. The tunnel is 360 meters long, 6 meters high, and 11 meters wide, and it's 23 meters below the river surface at high tide. Benefits of underwater trains are that it's very comfortable, and it's quite inexpensive compared to low-cost flights. The most notable underwater tunnels are the channel from Paris, France to Europe, and the Hong Kong Road Rivers Harbor Tunnel, and also Tokyo Bay Aqua Line, the longest undersea road tunnel in the world with the length of 9.6 kilometers.
After we decided to make a master train system, we researched our populated growth consensus, and we decided that we should research all around the Bay of St. Petersburg, and we did St. Pete Beach, St. Petersburg, St. Pete Clearwater Airport, St. Pete Harbor, Tampa Airport, MacDill Airport, Tampa, Riverview, Brandon, Sun City, and Bradenton as our 10 trains.
Another determining factor of the Tampa Bay Torpedo would be all the attractions that come with it. They include movie theaters, sculptures, and amusement parks. and they also determine most of our train stops. Another determining factor of where to put our train stations were the Dolly Museum, the Florida Aquarium, and all the way to the Tampa Convention Center.
This is a small-scale model of one of the parking lots for the piers. It won't disturb the skyline at all because it will just look like a normal pier, and the train track itself and the lobby will be underwater, so it's sort of like an underwater aquarium. While you're waiting to catch your train, you can see lots of marine life outside of the lobby. We've decided to finance the pier by adding merchant retail space down the middle of the parking lots.
I worked on creating the train station lobby. Inside are ticket kiosks where people can buy their tickets or order them electronically or get passes. Additionally, the lobby provides comfort like in airports or office lobbies. It has food services, Wi-Fi, computer kiosks, big screen TVs, and couches while people wait for the train.
Our Tampa Tornado has many different ticket packages. Our weekly passes, our daily passes, our monthly passes, and for special cases, our holiday passes, which can range to kids 1 to 10 can ride the train for free.
So I was the head of the cost analysis for the Tampa Torpedo. Our view is to create an underwater transit tunnel called the Tampa Torpedo. It's 72 miles long, and if it succeeds, it will be the longest underwater transit system in the world. This new form of transportation will hit all major cities and attractions around the Tampa Bay area, and it will help slow down traffic congestion between all major cities around Florida. The tunnel boring machine, it's a vital tool in order to bore the tunnels. It costs $337,000 to rent per month, and it will go around 60.67 miles per day, so it'll take around 20 years for it to just finish boring. But with others, it can speed up the process and eventually get up to only under like 12 years. Tunnel materials I decided that would be best would be chalk mall. It helps prevent floodings, which have been an actual very bad issue for all transit systems around the world. And I feel like this material could help the train be impervious to floods and reinforce it with some steel, and we can make it look good and be protected at the same time. Based on our research and cost analysis, the Tampa Torpedo project, the estimated cost for it will be $3.4 billion and will take around 12 years to be constructed.
Because Tampa Bay is the lightning capital, we chose to look into Tesla's lightning receiver towers, and we've decided that just one tower would be perfect for Tampa Bay because it can take in the lightning strikes and project the electricity up to 25 miles away. So just one tower would be able to power our whole system.